What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Half and Half Podcast Season 2. That's right, everyone. We're back for a second season. It's going to be bigger. It's going to be better. It's going to be more hilariousness. It's going to be jam-packed with new guests and everything you wanted out of the first season. So roll the intro music.
It's the Half and Half Podcast.
So to start this new season off, we want to introduce a new format where we're picking each other's brains by asking one another questions to cast a broader net on the subject we choose for the week, in hopes that you, the listener, will get a little bit more from us. So if you can't relate to my subject, maybe you can relate to Edwin's. Question 1. Let's get started.
Whoa. we're not going to ease it into people? No, just straight in? No, just kidding.
Go for it.
We have to. So, the way who's going to ask the first question?
You can ask the first question, because I feel like you've warmed up already. You're ready to go.
Okay, so what's going on, man?
What's up, man?
That's my first question. No,
Okay.
go ahead.
It's been too long.
It really has. So, how's your... Just to jump right into it, how's your year started, goal-wise?
Pretty good, actually. I've been hitting the gym consistently. Like, school's going real good. Everything's good. As far as my goals, I've just been trying to hit them every single day. You know, as far as drinking water or just like keeping my diet in check, it's like to the best of my ability, every day. Every day. So
nice.
Yeah. How about yours?
They've been really good. Yeah. I think I'm 31 pounds down now. And it's just I've just been really just locked in with everything. I quit drinking. 2 months sober. Mm-hmm. Sober sounds like I have a problem. I had a problem, but no. It was all for my health, and I'm just really driven right now, man.
That's good, man.
Yeah. Next question. Let me just throw them right at you. What have you done to keep yourself accountable every day with these goals? So follows the first question.
Yeah, just looking into the future. Just kind of knowing what I want to become, and kind of I don't know, just sacrificing that little bit of time or that leisure right now. So for the person I want to be, so he can be better than me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, whether it's like a year from now or 5 years from now or whatever, I want that person to be improved and to be better. And just really telling myself, like, there's no other choice. Like, I have to grow and I have to be better. And another thing I did was just write my goals down, like, for the year. So it was like the first day of the year, and I kind of put it into categories. And so like it was like a few categories. It was like my career, myself, school, fitness, and
You did this in the beginning of the year?
yeah, that was the first day. It was the first day of the year, and at first I was like, I don't really want to do it because it was my first time doing it. But I just did it, and it felt really, really good to kind of like just have it on paper and to look at it and be like, all right, like this can get done.
Yeah.
And it was just little things like drink more water every day, or like, you know, there were some things that were a little bit more specific. For example, like for school, it would be like go see an advisor or like pass this particular class, or I don't know.
Yeah.
And I think that really helped a lot.
There's actually a statistic that kind of gives life to what you're saying. It says 43% of people who write their goals down have like a better chance of like achieving those goals. So,
really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
so maybe that's giving you that energy.
Yeah, and I think just looking at it every day, it's just like reminding yourself, because it's easy to kind of forget and just not think about the goals. But when you see them, it's just like a form of accountability. Like, remember, like you wrote these down.
Yeah.
Like you promised yourself. Like, I don't know.
What's one of the main goals on there? Like, that you're not afraid to share? Like the main things that you want to do this year?
Putting out my my clothing brand.
Okay.
That's like Yeah.
I was hoping you'd say that. Because my next question is, well, actually, talk about it for a little bit.
Okay, so I'm starting a clothing brand. I'm gonna start it as like a fitness apparel type thing, and then hopefully like I can move into something maybe a little bit more formal, or yeah, just I'd probably branch out. I just don't know yet since it's so early, but it's called Anomaly, and I'll have that out soon. But I kind of just started the whole. I've been taking like the first little steps to kind of get it started. So I went to the Hall of Records. I filed for the fictitious business name.
Wait.
Yeah.
That was my next question.
Okay, go for it.
I love that you were getting into it. It just shows you're driven. But can you explain the process of patenting your brand?
Yeah. Okay, so
because what if one of the listeners
wants to start
a brand?
Right. Okay. So I actually had a really good friend of mine.
Was it intimidating at first?
Yeah. Oh
okay.
yeah, and it's just like it's just you. Like you're, obviously like. If I had like a partner or whatever, that's a little bit easier, but it's not much easier. It's just you guys, and like it's up to you to make things happen.
Okay.
So, but so I went to the Hall of Records. I filed for the fictitious business name, and it was like I want to say like $50 or something like that.
Okay.
$25, somewhere around there, and so yeah, you do that, and then she was just like when it was really intimidating. When she handed me the paper, she was like, all right, so you're going to want to trademark it. And then she's like, you're going to call here. She's like, these are the options. And then she's like, here you go. And then she's like, you also want to publish it within the next 30 days. And then she's like, you're going to want to call here. And it was just like, and then she was like, all right, here you go. Like, have a good day. And I was just like, what? Like, what? Mm-hmm. What am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
So, so I got some advice from a really good friend of mine. He actually has a clothing line as well. Adrian, shout out the ultimate label.
Okay, cool.
He helped me out a lot as far as like just like what steps to take. And so I filed for the business name, and then I published it, which I had to do within those 30 days.
Nice, man.
And it was just like it was on the paper that they give you. And then you call, you just publish it. It's like $45, and then that like puts it on the newspaper. And then the thing is, I haven't trademarked it yet, so that's like the next step, trademarking it. But I mean, I've done the designs and I've been working on it and stuff, right? So it's just
you came out the gates on fire, though. It's only February, man. Give yourself some credit.
Right, and yeah, man.
You mentioned what was the name of the building? Hall of Records.
The Hall of Records, yeah.
Where can you usually find these like kind of buildings? Downtowns?
Yeah, so like City Hall, like downtown okay. areas. That's where I went for. It was San Bernardino.
Cool, man. I'm inspiring somebody.
I hope so, man.
This guy right here. Okay, and my last question for you. Sure. Where do you see yourself a year from now, and how high did you set that bar? What I mean about how high did you set that bar, I mean sometimes people set like low standards. So if they don't accomplish those goals, the letdown isn't as harsh. Mm-hmm. So did you set your bar pretty high?
I think I set it pretty high.
Goal-wise?
Yeah.
Okay, so where do you see yourself a year from now?
That's a good question. So since I was already talking about it, I think just having the clothing line like ready, like it's just it's established already and everything's good, and hopefully I can take it and just like market it, whether it's like the LA Fit Expo or just like these small places. Yeah. That, and then it's like obviously like my physical, just like getting chiseled and like just cutting down, because
nice.
I've been bulking, and I was just like, and my diet's it's not the best, and yeah, so that's one thing, just getting chiseled and just looking nice.
Yeah.
And then hopefully by this time next year, it's February now, I would just have 1 quarter left, and then I'll graduate college.
Let's give it up
with bachelor's. So
let's give it up.
Yeah.
Golf clap.
Yeah, man. Okay. So, I think one thing that's really important as far as like goal setting, is New Year's resolutions. And I saw when this New Year's came around or whatever, there was a lot of like Instagram posts, and it's just like social media and stuff where people were like, New Year's, same me, and it's like, that's cool and all, but it's just like you growing. I feel like it's necessary,
It's
especially
inevitable.
as you get older. Yeah,
It's inevitable.
Yeah. But it's like, and you're gonna just prolong that if I don't know. It's just
You just don't give into it.
right.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, that's one thing. Like, do you think they're necessary? Like New Year's resolutions? Do you think they work?
I think New Year's resolutions do work. In the sense, it's like you got to be able to set some kind of standard for yourself
Yeah.
if you plan on getting better. I'm saying. A lot of people. I feel like a lot of the times people look down upon people who make goals that they want to, lose weight or they want to start a business or whatever, because a lot of the times it's hard for someone to begin a new habit. But I feel like we should commend those people, because these are just forms of declaration in the sense that they want to get better. They want to be a better person. So resolutions are important in my eyes in the sense because it shows that people care. They want to level up. They want to go into that next chapter in their life.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree 100%. I think it's really easy. I think it takes effort to grow.
Mm-hmm.
And once you make that choice, I don't know, it's just like you're working a little bit harder, and it's like it's easy to just like sit back and just be the same person you've always been. You know what I mean? Okay, so yeah, we talked about kind of some of my goals. So what are some of your goals, and like what have you done that's really helped you push through, like, I don't know, the harder times?
Yeah. As for like the goals that I have for the entire year, I have quite a few. But right now, the thing I've been telling everybody that I come across is my mind is in June. Everything that I'm working towards right now in the short term is in June. I tell everybody I can party in June. I'll be happy, and I'm not like, I am happy right now, but like I'll be happier in June. My mind is fixated on June because I graduate in June from RCC with 3 degrees. Humble brag.
There you go.
And I plan on getting abs by June.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Or at least like almost there. I only have 17 pounds to go.
Yeah, you said you dropped how much?
31 so far.
31.
Yeah.
So the goal is 50.
The goal is 50.
Okay.
And so it's like everything that I'm doing, like I'm obviously like I write music and I like doing videos, and not that I haven't put those in the forefront and like I forgot about them. I still do them, but like at less of like an intense way, in a more like not as intense way.
Right.
Everything right now, my whole life right now is fixated on the gym, and then going to school and getting my work done.
Mm-hmm.
Because as soon as I graduate and I have the body I want, I feel like I have a better standing point, at least for me.
Right.
In my self-discovery and my, just my overall like confidence within myself, which can overall, better my music career
everything.
and everything.
Yeah.
So everything right now is fixated in June.
Okay, so do you think like it's good to take breaks and like just kind of like to help you prevent like burnout or anything like that? Have you experienced anything like that?
I have.
Okay.
Like I said, everything's like really like everything is what's the word? Everything's just what is it called when something's like when planets kind of like
I don't know, man.
Whatever. I'm just trying to make a bigger point out of something so simple. My whole life is just school right now. And because of that, and me wanting to graduate this year, I kind of like forced myself to go to my school's fall semester, winter semester, and spring semester. The only thing that's like kind of sucky about that is there literally is no break in between any of that. So I'm learning new courses every semester. Winter in particular was like you're learning a semester's worth of a class in a month.
Yeah.
And it was so concentrated. So towards the end of the the winter semester, I became extremely burnt out. Extremely burnt out. And I was telling you about it a little bit, and I was telling a couple other people about it, and everybody was telling me to take breaks, and I started thinking that was like the necessary, and not saying that it isn't necessary, but at the time, at a certain point, I broke through that needing a break, because I feel like my whole thought process was Gustavo mentioned this in the last podcast, where he said it's like the sucky times, in a sense, they're going to pass regardless.
Right.
So just go through this right now, because you're not going to be going through this hard time forever. So I just have to see it. I'm not going to be going through all like these hard, exams, finals. I just have to, once June comes, I'm done. So I just suck it up right now, work hard as I can. Then I can rest the entire summer if I really want to.
Right.
But as for like breaks, yes, I guess they're important. But if you have a job to do and a job is at hand, you better get that job done. Because at the end of the day, is how bad do you want to be happy? Because obviously we do things because the things we do in our life are simply because we contributed to our happiness in a sense. So it's just a question. It's like, how bad do you want it?
Right.
So yeah.
Oof, that was moving.
Yeah.
That was. Okay, would you say that? Okay, so that's perfect. Would you say that's one of like the hardest things you faced as far as like, just your whole process and your whole journey of reaching, whatever goals you have set for yourself, or like how do you deal with the harder times or the more difficult times or the bad days?
Yeah.
Is it just that same thing? Is it just kind of like just telling yourself like, just embracing the suck, like how Gustavo mentioned? It's just like, and well, yeah, I mean, it's just that. It's that
it really is just that. I was just gonna reiterate myself in the sense of, it's just embracing the suck.
Yeah.
Not every day is gonna be the perfect day.
Right.
I just like I mentioned, that I was taking a winter session. One of them was communications. One of the classes I took, and really interesting, cool thing that they kind of like that just stuck with me throughout the whole class, was the idea of self-concept and self-esteem, and understanding that your self-esteem is going to constantly move. It's going to shift up the scale, and you're going to be extremely happy, and it's going to shift down the scale, and you're going to be really sad. But what doesn't move is your self-concept, the things who you are. You genuinely are, and the listener could try this as well. Get a list and write down 10 things that you know about yourself that are for certain, that and we know ourselves. You can name, I'm nice, etc. Like, they don't have to be nothing like super like extensive.
Right.
And then ask 3 people, like text people or just ask some of your friends or family members, what are 10 things that that describe me? And then through all those, you kind of get a good, like a rough sketch of who you are, and when you read these things off, you're able to understand who you are in a sense, and what you're working towards. So in a big story, to make it something really simple, it's just understanding that those hard days are going to come, some days you're not going to feel the best, some days you're going to feel better, but who you are and what you're working towards never moves. That thing is still there. You are still there. So in a sense, it's like that truth right there of just who you are is the thing that keeps me going.
Nice,
man. Having confidence in myself. And stuff.
Yeah.
And of course praying, but
right.
That's like taking it a whole nother place.
Okay. I like it, man. I like it. So just, I think, overall, for this podcast, just goal setting, man, it's like,
it's important.
It's a thing, man. And there's these sayings, or this saying, it's like, failing to plan is planning to fail. And it's like, you don't have to necessarily plan out your whole year, but it's like, if you have those, like, those goals set and just having something to work towards for the year, instead of just kind of like I don't know, just like,
just let's see what happens.
Yeah, it's just,
yeah,
it's good. It holds you to kind of like a standard.
heck yeah.
You know what I mean? And I don't know, man. Even if it's something little, man, it's something. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's just taking that first step.
Beautiful.
You know? Damn.
This is a good one. What a way to start off the year.
Yeah, for real.
Hope you guys liked it.
Thank you guys so much for listening.
Yeah.
Goal setting.
You're in here, buddy.
I didn't even know I was gonna go with that. Oh my god.
Sheesh.
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
but we hope this podcast. I mean, it's still early in the year. Like, you can still set yourself some goals.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
it's never too late.
Right, and you know, even if it's, you know, the middle of the year, just like, it's as long as you have something to work towards, you have something, and it's just trying to become better every single day, because, I mean, if you're not, it's like, what, like, where are you going? Like, it's just like, I don't know. Yeah, it's just,
you gotta level up.
Yeah, you have to level up, man. Yeah.
That's just life. You know? But thank you guys for checking us out. Check us out wherever you can find any podcast, because we're everywhere, baby.
iTunes, Spotify,
boom,
YouTube.
Yep. All that.
Everything. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, last thing. Always plug. We got an Instagram.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. It's
plug.
All right.
Plug.
Let me see. Hold on. I need to switch out the account.
We're gonna hold in there, baby. I'll play the guitar until you get it. No rush, buddy. No rush.
It's right here. Hold on. All right, I got it.
Okay, cool.
Okay, wow. I should have just fucking said it. Okay, so I had a feeling it was this. I just didn't want to mess it up.
It's
the Half and Half podcast.
Wow.
That's it. It's all spelled out. We have no followers.
Hey,
We're
guys,
not following anybody yet.
I would have told you if I would have known, but he made the account.
I'm sorry, but you know, we'll probably.
Okay, so follow us on Instagram.
Yes.
And anywhere you can find podcasts. Thank you guys for checking us out. This is the Half and Half podcast, and we're out.
We'll see you guys next week. Peace.
Season 2.